My G! Come shoot the kid! Pablo! My G! I get it! It is the best time for music, man. Fact is like, bro, we're making songs in our bedroom. There's a big miracle that exists again.
Yeah.
Where before it was like, dude, you're not gonna blow up unless you're on, I mean, you weren't going to get on the radio unless you're on a label, ever.
Yeah, and Spotify was so democratic for a long time, and then I think at a certain point, they realized,
what do you mean in a way that they're just picking?
Well, you just have
they're very biased.
Whatever. Well, just for a while it was whatever is the biggest song is what we're gonna put on the playlist and we're gonna push.
Right.
That's how the algorithm was, and you know they hired all these people that were already experts at extorting the music business and payola and all sorts of stuff.
I love you.
And it's changing now.
And making it possible again.
Yeah.
Making payola possible.
Yeah. Yeah. They're like, oh,
we have a new formula.
Yeah. Oh, we want to know how to get money out of all these people? Oh, well, we already know a guy who knows how to do that.
Yeah, we know a guy. We know a guy. We know a couple guys. Once I play some of these songs, man, you're gonna
I can't wait to hear him. I heard someone you came over to the house the other day.
Right.
Right before you went to Iceland.
Yeah.
Which looked like a fairy tale. I couldn't believe it when I saw it on your
Dude,
Instagram.
Iceland is different.
Yeah.
We go over to Iceland. I went there to go see the Northern Lights, right? And dude, there's no guarantee that you're gonna see the Northern Lights, obviously. We go out there, we fucking chase it every night. We don't see it at all, the whole time we're there. We land back in Minnesota, and the news, we turn on the news, it's like, good chance to see the Northern Lights tonight in Minnesota.
So did you see him?
No. No. Hi neighbors. But like, what's your deal right now with music? What are you working on?
Yeah, I worked on this album for a while. It's called Notes from Colombia, which is like another name for America.
I'm pissed. You got a good album name. I'm trying so hard to find my album name right now. I have a new album name every week. Every week I'm like, oh, it's this now. You're kind of a, you know, you talk about things going on right now.
Yeah, you know, I play shows all over the place, and one thing that I notice is the different places you go have completely different perspectives. And this album, Notes from Colombia, is sort of about the tensions that exist between different parts of our society.
You're a whole nother kind of intelligence that intrigued me, because I know you're very tapped into like what's going on in the world, whereas like I'm like just now starting to be like, all right, I should probably fucking tap in with a little politics about what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like literally like really late to that show.
Well, I mean, look, here's the thing about politics. People like football. Politics is actually the greatest game ever made because the winner gets dominion over all of humanity. You're not competing for, you know, a trophy. You're competing for nuclear weapons.
And you bring a lot of that into your music. Correct me if I'm wrong. You do, right? You bring a lot of that into your music?
Yeah, you know, I produced for so long, and I was so tired of just making the normal songs and producing songs where everyone is pretty much saying the same thing. I mean, that's one thing people don't understand about you is when you first came out, you were literally saying, I'm happier than anyone else that's ever existed.
Facts.
Completely unique.
Facts.
Completely unique.
Completely unique.
And, you know, I just felt a lot of ways about a lot of things happening. I felt Americans don't understand other Americans, A, and B, most Americans are just being washed away, you know, no health care. Opioid addiction is something they don't really talk about in the press, but at least not that much, but more Americans have died in the last, I can't remember the exact statistic, but like 2 years than in all of World War II put together, just from these horrendous pharmaceutical families, And they did a lot of work to just, you know, have bodies on their hands.
Like, there is a time right now in the world where there needs to be an open conversation about, like, the future.
Yeah.
And you know, like me, I'm in a very clear-headed space right now, to the point where I'm really considering the people who are in my audience, who are there, and what I want them to take from not only me, but everything that I'm surrounding myself with, you know?
Yeah.
And so having you come out, I feel is like a great way for these kids to get a message that they're not getting from me in a way that is just so unique and you. And like, bro, I'm sorry, I don't want to go hear these like, look, I love Rage Against the Machine, but beyond that, like political bands and all that shit, it kind of irks me, bro. It's never been my thing. But like, I feel the sense of politics in your music without being forced into it.
Well, yeah, I try not to talk about politics, right? So,
but I feel the sense of like change and talking about things that are going on in your government.
It's it's the emotions that have to do with it. It's the toll on the human heart. I want to be for every American.
It's like a non-biased way of making change.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you know, we have so much power as Americans. I mean, we come from the most powerful country in the entire world. And if ever we're to create a more moral world, a world where we have more compassion, it could only start here.
I know, just by knowing you, that like you are the epitome of like eclectic. Genre-wise, which I've always loved. I've always loved an artist who's like, if you get in a car, okay, let's say, you know, you're hanging out with one of your rapper friends, and they get in the car and they turn on Celine Dion. Like, that's fucking tight to me.
Yeah.
You know? Like, yes, you can get in the car and turn on Gucci Mane, we get it. Like, you rap, you like rap.
Yeah.
I love when someone's taking influence from other places and bringing it to the table. What would you, God, what genre would you put yourself in now?
Oh, I don't know.
Is it folk rock?
Oh.
Put it in a box for 1 second.
It is somewhere between Shakespeare and Hank Williams.
That's perfect. Well, I can't say that about my music. Mine's somewhere between Blink 182 and Joan Rivers.
Your music reminds me of the old carnival, which I say
I love that.
with the most respect.
I love that.
Before they made the carnival what it is now, but
Bro,
while it was still the freak show.
I fucking hate you so much.
What?
You're so perfect, bro. You are a relic, bro. I really challenged myself so hard on this album.
Yeah.
Like so hard, bro. I can't wait.
Really?
Yes.
Which way do you think you've challenged yourself the hardest?
Oh man, making every project before this one was like, ultimately at the end of the day, pretty fucking easy.
Really?
Yeah, it was me being me. There wasn't much space for me to ever be like, look, this is where I'm at right now. Is like, I have to rise up, bro. Like, I have to take it to the next leagues. You know what I'm saying? I'm very grateful for where I'm at, for what I've done to get me here, and that, like, I'm self-sufficient. I can take care of my family. Like,
yeah.
I'm good.
Important things, yes.
I love it. I fucking love it. I can make music every day. But that being said, like, I need to reach as many people as I can.
Yeah.
Like, I got to. I have to.
Yeah,
I have
that's exactly how I feel.
I know what I have going for me. With this album, I'm specifically keeping that in mind, that like, what's the one thing that I was kind of not touching on before, I think the most, was overall relatability. Right? Yeah. If I'm like, I'm the happiest motherfucker in the world, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's not that relatable. Right? Yeah. It's really not. And so I had to find a way.
Oh, because most people aren't that happy.
Because most people are like, I can't do that. Yeah. A lot of people get in the headspace of like, I can't do that. I'm gonna really, really, really put my money where my mouth is, like, and show people, like, I've gone through it in the last 6 months. It was like a tipping point. I had to be able to prove to myself that, like, no, I really am, like, fucking really happy. I have really great energy. I love being alive. Life is worth living. Like, I see how worth it is to go through the things that really hurt you. Opening up and talking about trauma from your past.
That reminds me of a sentiment by a British poet, I think in about the 16th century, and he was also a priest, and he went by the name of John Donne. And he opens up the poem, "Batter my heart, three-person God," asking for God to destroy him because he found so much beauty in that pain.
Right. That's such a motherfucker. That's perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for riding along with us. My name is Masa, and this is the legendary Pablo Dylan. We're going on tour March 1st to April 13th, all around this United States of America. We better see you there. Come ride around in a car with us.
Yeah.